Last night's wind scuppered our plans of setting off early again, but at least we get to wake up to this. Awesome sunrise.
Just left camp. The sun's just started to rise. And we're heading into the desert more. Scissor crossing the side, he says, to get water, hopefully.
Today is one of those days where you can pretty much go back on yourself all day long. And you can see on that hill there, that zigzag we came down.
Went right down into the valley. And then we're going back up.
And now we're on this part. And you can follow it all the way over there on the ridge. All the way to pretty much where we started. Take it that's the desert floor we'll be dropping into. Still a long way to go until then, so about 9 miles, 10.
Nice view before we drop down to the desert, as well as hide.
There we are, Rodriguez Spur Road. Let's hope there's a little bit of water to be had. Taking a little break at Rodriguez Spur Trail to have what would have been second coffee, but it's today actually first coffee. First drink some water. And I'd like to say a big thank you to Jay Wu for pointing out the second vent to turn in the water source at Rodriguez Spur Trail. That really was so helpful. Thank you, Jay. Brian's back filling our bladders, so we don't have to take them out all the time. So far the water system is working reasonably well. If only I could stop filling my boots with water while we're siphoning. So here's an interesting new phenomenon even. I don't know whether that comes out in the camera, but can you see all these little red traces on my feet?
Or is it the blood of ants that you've been standing on?
Well, honestly, I have no idea. Setting off towards the desert floor on what is pretty much the hottest part of the day. Yeah, we haven't quite worked out that whole break thing yet. We enjoy our breaks, I think they're the right length, but we take them at the wrong time. But anyway, somewhere down there is where we're heading. And down means down. It's steep. I mean the side of the hill, not the path. The path is nice and even. A desert cricket? Grasshopper? I don't know what it is. Looks pretty.
Beautiful bright orange flowers. Here's me and Heidi. Nice views. This is where we're going to walk. You can see the trail. Well, I can. We're leaving this range. Going in that, but the sky is beautiful today. And it's just a bit further back there.
Say bye-bye to the desert floor. Looks like they're sending us up another hill before they're finally allowing us to drop down. What a pretty plateau up here. On our way to Scissors Crossing. We were going to carry on a bit into the hills, but that cloud up there scuppered our plans. And it's going to get very windy tonight, and there's some rain forecast as well, and all the campsites that we've eyed seem to be for like one tent, maybe tent, blah de blah, so we were kind of all set for cowboy camping to squeeze ourselves in it, but not if it's going to rain. So yeah, having to rethink. We might be heading for the RV place, the RV park. How cute is this? It's proper Wild West saloon.
Look, you've got a little gun sticking out
Where?
from the window.
Oh my word, yeah! There's proper guns sticking out of the windows. Our tent sorted for the night. But far more interesting is the sky. Look at that.
Hi guys, this is our 7-day roundup. It's tough.
The first 7 days were a bit of an eye-opener for us. We anticipated various things. You know, we knew there would be hills right from the word go. We knew it would be hot, but we didn't know how hot. We didn't know how hilly, and how the combination of hill and heat is really, really messing with us. But it's beautiful.
One good point. The boots have been great. No real blisters. I've had one. Had the normal ones on the toes.
Yeah, just a couple of small ones that always come when I start hiking. Surprisingly, despite the fact that I forgot my insoles so far, touch whatever I can find. No problems with my feet at all, apart from that tiny blister which comes and goes, and then that's that.
The amount of dust that's out here, you will get sores in your nose and you will have no nosebleeds. Some people are wearing buffs over their head, the faces.
Yeah, it's nasty on your nose. You basically, it feels like we're having a permanent cold. The nose is constantly blocked because it's just basically sun blasted every day from the wind and the dust. One pleasant surprise I had was that the trail has been so far pretty trash free. Apart from those 2 plastic bottles I found near Pioneer Mail Trailhead, I've picked up a couple of, you know, like the corners of wrappers that have obviously fallen out of somebody's pocket, stuff like that, but nothing, you know, no toilet paper, no plastic bags discarded, nothing. I mean, kudos to the class of 2019 so far. Keep it up, it's a nice clean trail.
It's slightly more expensive than we thought it would be. And we were chatting to some Kiwis the other day, and they didn't think it would be this expensive, but it is what it is.
So here's what we've actually spent in this first week. Now, bearing in mind this, the figures I'm about to read out, they contain a resupply we order online for later down the trail, and some meals we had in San Diego, because it's just what we spent since we've, you know, touched down. So some of those posts might sound ridiculously steep for a first week, and that's why. So we spend on resupply $174.07. As I said, that includes a 6-day resupply for further down the trail. On town food and tips, we spent $144.75. On equipment, we spent $21.44. That was the 2 gas canisters we bought in REI. Accommodation has been $24. That's the stagecoach RV we're staying in tonight. Transport cost $25. That was to get from San Diego to Campo. And postage, we have spent $37.25. That was the bounce parcel and the bear canister to be sent to Grumpy Bear.
Just one point, the food doesn't include 20% VAT, or anything doesn't, and 20%, you've also got to add 20% for tips.
Yeah, so when you go in a shop, the prices on the shelf is not the price you pay, and when you go into a restaurant, the price on the menu is not the price you pay. So just always bear that in mind.
Yeah. Just add 40%, that will include the tips.
Yeah. Today's hike took us from our campsite, which was a little bit here, 61.5, and through the most indirect path possible. It looks like a child got let loose with crayons. It was really quite extraordinary all day long. You're kind of almost walking back on yourself along those ridges. Beautiful, beautiful views, but slightly frustrating because you can kind of sort of see where you need to be, and most of the time the path just turns you away again. But we headed to Rodrigo's Spur trail, where the water source was, where we took a rest and filled up again. And then climbing continued. It's very sort of up and downy for a long, long time. Some of the paths were extremely good, some extremely rocky. It's a really sort of a roller coaster, this thing, but the views are exceptional all the way through. It doesn't really start dropping until round about there, I mean mile 74, when you finally drop down to the desert floor. And then we just headed out, trying to pitch our tent somewhere here, but the wind was so strong we couldn't even hold it down. Another gentleman came to try and help us, but the three of us couldn't hold it down, so we gave up on that idea. Hiked out to the highway and got a lift, and we're now there somewhere in the RV park.